Hey guys, it's Simone Nelson here, and I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video and for supporting me. If you guys have not had a chance yet, make sure you subscribe to this channel and help me grow. Share, comment, like, all that fun stuff. And if you guys have not yet already, make sure you hit the bell icon to get notifications with every new video. This video is going to be a little bit different from any of my previous videos. I'm hoping to kind of share more of how behind the scenes of my business and kind of refreshing everything and how I work everything to kind of show you guys how I work it. So if you guys are interested in learning more about the business end of things, then it's going to be a really great series for you guys to check out. But today I wanted to focus specifically on how I started with Posh and just how grateful I am to have this business in my life. So this last month has been a very trying time for my family and I. We have had lots of unexpected things, including lots of fun medical stuff. My husband was in the hospital for pneumonia, so that was completely unexpected. It was scary, it was crazy, it was very surreal, but luckily we caught it. He got the medical help that he needed, and he is back to he's on the road to recovery. So his lungs are still, kind of healing and getting back to 100%, but he's doing awesome. My kids are healthy, happy. I'm healthy, happy, and just things are kind of getting into place, right? We had a lot of travel happen this last June through July. I had my Posh trip to Salt Lake City. I had an anniversary trip with my husband to New York City. We went to San Diego for a family trip for San Diego Comic-Con, and I've kind of posted about all of this on my social media accounts. So if you guys are not following yet, I have my Facebook, I have my Instagram, and I share all of that fun stuff with you guys there. So if you guys have been following me along, then you guys know that there's just been a lot of stuff happening. Like, I'm on one trip, I come back, and I'm on another trip, and then my husband's sick, and then I'm kind of like absent because there's just so much stuff going on. But I kind of went back, and I had to go back to my why, right? I had to go back to, what am I doing this for? Why am I doing all of this? Why did I choose Perfectly Posh? Why do I continue to choose Perfectly Posh? And what does that mean for my family, right? So this is kind of the whole point of this. San Diego Comic-Con, if you guys don't know already, I'm a huge nerd. Like, we're a family of geeks, and we've been going to Comic-Con for many a years. It's basically like a family reunion or family trip for us, and it's really important to me. It's one of those things where, I guess, I mean, if you haven't been and you don't really understand, you don't get it. But once you've been, you kind of get it. But this year, the dates of San Diego Comic-Con fell on the exact same dates as our convention, our leadership in Nashville, like the exact same dates. And I had a bit of a struggle because I was like, but Comic-Con, but Posh, but Comic-Con, but Posh. And it was just this thing where it was basically like, initially when I saw it, it was kind of a head-to-head, and it was a personal life versus business life, and which one was going to win in the end, right? And I knew that if I managed to get tickets to Comic-Con, which is not very easy to do, but if I managed to do that, how could I say no, right? It's been a family trip of ours this was our 7th year going, and anyways, so this whole thing kind of happened. It was an internal struggle, and it kind of came to family and personal, right? And kind of filling my own bucket. And as much as I missed being in Nashville and being with my Posh sisters and, taking all of that in, I was really happy that I chose San Diego. And one of the things that kind of brought me back to my why, and the reason why I wanted to talk about this in a video, is that this is why I started Perfectly Posh. This is why I was seeking an untraditional job, an untraditional source of income, because I wanted this flexibility, because it was really important to me to be able to do everything that my family and I wanted to do, fit into our crazy schedules and our crazy traveling, something of my own that also brought in some extra money. And that's where Perfectly Posh came in, and which is this is what I've been talking about, and this is where it doesn't have to be a sacrifice. Yes, I didn't go to Uncon. Does that mean that I missed out on every single thing? No. I chose my family, and I chose me first, which is what we should be doing. You know, you got to take care of yourself, self-care, me time, all that fun stuff, so that you can put it into whatever, you know, put it into whatever you're putting out into the world, which is my business and what I like to share, you know, what I hope you guys are getting from me, and what I hope you guys, you know, like what I'm sharing with you is helpful, right? Anyway, so basically it wasn't personal versus business. It really wasn't in the end, because it was, this is why I do Posh, because I want that flexibility. I can work remotely from anywhere. I have been in so many different places and been able to work my business solely from my phone. You know, I was in Hawaii helping team members. I was in Washington watching like, you know, I promoted to silver, double promoted to premiere and silver premiere when I was on a trip to Washington. And I was in San Diego when the fall catalogs just barely launched last week, right? And it's just one of those things where it's like, you know what? This is what Posh is all about. You know, even though I have these amazing opportunities presented to me, family comes first, and that is the reason why I joined Posh, and no one's going to look at me any other way and not understand that. Like, my Posh sisters understand family first. Nobody's going to make me feel guilty about choosing family over business, right? And that, anyway, basically I wanted to share with you guys why I joined Posh, and kind of how it was like I was kind of tested with it again, just barely, you know, with all of the things that was going on in my family. And it was hard and it was rough, and I don't do real talk all that well because I'm not very eloquent with my words, but it's been great to have the support of my Posh sisters and my customers and everybody in just everything. Just having strangers that, well, people I haven't met in real life, yeah, wish my family well, hope that my husband's well, wishing us a happy anniversary. It's just one of those things where it just makes me feel so incredibly supported and loved. And this is what I love about Perfectly Posh and what I love about you guys. So this is, I guess, a love video now. But I wanted to share with you guys kind of my why Posh, because it's been a little while. And everyone talks about how your why can change throughout. But this month has been a reminder that my initial why, to find something that I could do from home that didn't take me away from my kids or family, and that could bring in a little bit extra income, still remains true, still rings true, because I am still able to stay at home with my kids. I am there for everything, whether they like it or not. I'm the embarrassing mom that's like, hey, and like waving like crazy from across the room. And my kids love it. They know that I will be there for their field trips, for volunteering, for every which thing, right? And I'm still able to do that with my business. You know, my business allows for all of that. It doesn't take me away from catching the small moments, you know. And when I first joined, that's what it was. I wanted a business, and it's grown into so much more than that. As you can see, that is the community. Being a stay-at-home parent is rough. It's you can feel very isolated, because who do you have to talk to other than your kids, right? And to be able to have this community and this support, because of Posh, has just been incredible. So thank you guys again for just being amazing, and for being so supportive, and for liking and following and commenting and all that fun stuff, because I really appreciate it. And I just want you guys to know that my big why is still very at the top in the forefront of my business. And it doesn't mean that hasn't changed or evolved or anything like that, but the basics of it still remains true. So yeah, that is kind of the whole point of this video, I guess, is to share with you guys that this business has been completely life-changing. I will be coming up on my, oh my gosh, 7th anniversary with Posh at the end of this year. And it's incredible how many people I've been able to meet through this, and how many people I've been able to help grow into their own. And it's just been an amazing experience. So if you guys feel like you don't know how to fit this into your business, or into your life, your business into your life, keep in mind that it doesn't have to be one or the other, because I've always said this, and I feel like it really just this last month just completely cemented it and reminded me of it, is that Posh fits into my family's life. You know what I mean? My family's life doesn't revolve around Posh necessarily, but Posh fits into the holes of my, all fits into the little bits of time that we have, that I have with, with my family, right? And I feel like sometimes people think it has to be one or the other, and it doesn't. So this is just, it doesn't have to be one or the other. You can be successful um, doing what works for you, you know? All right, I'm just babbling at this point now. So this is definitely different from what I'm used to sharing with you guys, but I hope you guys found it helpful. Hope you guys found my kind of my basic why very, you guys, if I hadn't shared it with you guys before, I've shared it with you guys now. And it's just a nice reminder that when life gets crazy, that my business is still there and that I can still work it around whatever's going on. So yeah, so you guys can keep an eye out for future videos that kind of goes over more details behind the scenes of how I work my business. I'm kind of just going to do a refresh on everything. So if you guys have questions on anything specific, like how I do certain things, like, business wise, then just let me know, and I would love to help you guys out and share some of my tidbits with you guys. But hopefully this video, hopefully you guys were able to watch through it all and understand my babble. If you guys like it, please give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And again, if you guys have not yet, be sure to subscribe to watch more. Thanks, guys.